This is an idea I did for junior primary for the song Kindness Begins With Me. For this song, I want you to start thinking about kindness and kind things we do for each other. I have a couple friends here with me. First one's Fox. And let me tell you about Fox's day so far. He woke up pretty grumpy today. He's not feeling too good. He didn't get a lot of sleep, and because of that, when he woke up, he was just in a crummy mood. And then his brother started making these really loud noises that were very annoying to him, and so he's just having a hard time. I want you to think of something that maybe we could do that's kind for Fox. And don't say it now, but I just want you to start thinking. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take whale and we're gonna pass whale around the primary. And teachers, you could help if they get a little stuck. And we're gonna pass it around while we sing the song. And whoever it lands on, then that person can share an idea that they have, be kind to Fox, or you can call on someone who has an idea of how we can be kind to Fox. Okay, you ready? Hand it out. Then we start passing. I want to be kind to everyone, for that is right, you see. So I say to myself, remember this. Kindness begins with me. All right, it landed on Trevor. Trevor, do you have an idea of how we can show kindness to Fox when he's having a bad day, when he's feeling grumpy? Or do you want to call on someone who has an idea? Okay, you have an idea? Oh, we could play a game with him? Yeah, maybe there's a game that would help distract him or cheer him up. That's great. And then we do it again. Okay, so we're going to pass the whale around again. We're going to sing the song again, and somebody else can share their idea of how we can be kind to Fox, or you can call on someone who has an idea of how to be kind. And a little note for music leaders, sometimes I will just write the words or have the words up for teachers because this was the first week, and so they're not super familiar with the song, like at all. So especially in junior primary, it helps to have the words up to have teachers help support me. One thing, we probably sang through that 2 or 3 times to share about 3 ideas of how we can be kind to Fox. Now children, I have another friend. Sheep. You know, Sheep went to the playground and was having lots of fun with her friends. And then something happened and she got hurt. So now she's not feeling too good because she got hurt at the playground. Can you think of something kind we can do for Sheep? Okay, again, we're going to pass whale around, and if you have an idea, start thinking about it. Okay, start it there. I want to be kind to everyone, for that is right, you see. So I say to myself, remember this. Kindness begins with me. Does anyone have an idea of how we can be kind to Sheep? Oh, you could get her a Band-Aid? Yeah, maybe she got a scratch and she needs some help. Maybe you could give her a hug. That's another good idea. And here, I thought about having the kids come up and do something, but we were just short on time. And so I just kind of gave the hug and showed them, sometimes that really helps people feel better when they know that we're here and we see them and we love them. That is kind. You guys have so many wonderful ideas of how we can be kind to each other. That's so great. And then we repeat that 2 or 3 times. So we get lots of repetition of the song, and it's really just an introduction to the song so they can hear it, get the melody, and if they are starting to catch on, I say, hey, feel free to come sing with me if you think you're starting to get it. This is an idea I had for senior primary for the song Kindness Begins With Me. All right, children. I brought a mystery bag of different objects. And as I show you what is in my bag, I want you to think about kind things. Start thinking about kindness. Okay, that's what this song is about. Okay, and I usually have my table. Well, we'll have to improvise a little bit because I don't have a table. Let me show you what's in my bag. Okay, so as I'm showing you these objects, I want you to start thinking of ways that you could show kindness or be kind with one of these objects. And some of them are a little bit challenging. We'll see. Okay. Flowers. A book. A brush. An umbrella. And a ball. Okay, so I'm going to lay out all the objects in front of me. Can't today because I don't have a table, but we have all the objects. Now, I want you to think about if you can come up with something kind that you can do with one of these objects on the table. And if you do, you're going to raise your hand. I'm going to choose 6 or 7 of you to come on up. We're going to line up in front. And then you're going to pass cute little Mr. Whale back and forth while we sing the song. And whoever it lands on gets to share their idea of something kind they can do with one of the objects. Okay, so raise your hand if you can think of something kind to do with one of the objects, any of the objects. Okay, so then I pick 6 or 7 kids. I say come up to the front. They line up in front. I found that my senior primary does better with this because they could watch the people pass things back and forth. Sometimes I get a little too rowdy when I pass it in within them, but like I did for junior, but you know your primary, you do what's best. It did add time to have the people come up, so think about that. All right, so I start the whale and we sing words on the board. I want to be kind to everyone, for that is right, you see. So I say to myself, remember this, kindness begins with me. Okay, and then whoever it lands on, I say, okay, what object do you want to pick? Oh, you want to pick the umbrella. Okay, what's something kind you can do with the umbrella? Then they'll usually say, oh, well, if it's raining out and I have an umbrella, I could share it with someone who doesn't have an umbrella. That's a great idea. Yes, that is so kind to share. And then one adjustment I did is that child, I had them erase one of the words on the board, and then they went and sat down, and then I invited another child who had an idea up to the front. I originally was going to change out 6 or 7 kids each time, but I was a little bit short on time and I just couldn't handle that level of management and chaos on that week. And so I just kept everyone up there except for the one child that would come up. I wish maybe if I were to do it again, maybe I would change out more children, or maybe I would just pass, because after about the 3rd time of singing this, I started to lose some of the kids in the primary. They weren't really paying attention anymore. So just my experience. So then we just repeat the song a number of times, them picking an object. I did allow them to pick the same object if they wanted to do that, but they just naturally chose separate objects and kind things to do with each of those objects. Another little tip that I noticed with my senior primary, as I said before, the person who got to share the idea they had of how to be kind, I had them erase one of the words. And I kind of just handed them the eraser, and this is what it looked like. I took a picture of the board of what it looked like after they erased one of the words. And while they were erasing, I just kept going. That's when I called up the next child, and then we sang again. If I were to do it again, I might have them erase 2 words because there's a lot of words, and I think it would have been better to have less words each time. But it just helped the transitions if I could just have them erasing while I was getting the next child ready, so that way we were able to go, and fit more in a shorter amount of time.